Where were you? Who'd you talk to? Since we didn't cover that part yet.
Yeah, I was literally just typing it in the chat, so got to hear from Matt Eberflus, Tyson Bagent, a little bit of DJ Moore, and then who else? Montez Sweat. So wherever you guys want me to start, I can take it away here.
Did anyone ask Matt Eberflus why he didn't go for 2 up 5?
Yes, so he was asked about that. I think that was actually the first question. He just thought the defense was playing really well, and then he said something along the lines of needing points, but obviously,
2 is more than
2. 2 is more than 1. Yes. Maybe that's not Flus math, but he just thought the defense was playing really well. He knew it would come down to the end for the defense, just having to really continue its play. But he was asked about that and then kind of moved on from the idea of going for 2 points there.
Did he really ask? Who did he ask what's up their sleeve? Who asked that question?
So, okay. Courtney Cronin first asked the question, what was up the sleeve? Like, did you get to everything in the second half? Yep. And then she said, and then Eberflus said he didn't get to everything he wanted. And then I think it was Jason Leisure who followed up on it. And then he's like, what do you have up your sleeve? So the Flus was really, if you watch the press conference, you guys, you're going to see a very smiley Flus. Like, he was smiling throughout the entire press conference.
Give us a smile.
We could see it on a TV in here inside Joe's bar. And, yeah, there was a lot of smiling. We couldn't hear anything.
Sorry.
Hey, I've never seen a head coach so happy down 1 to the Carolina Panthers at halftime.
Nick, what did Flus say about his quarterback play tonight?
Well, he said for Tyson, he didn't put the ball in harm's way, even though I think early on he got away with an interception that should have been picked off, and it seemed like he was a little hesitant. But that's ultimately what this game needed, you guys, for the Bears to not hurt themselves. But he liked that Tyson didn't put the ball in harm's way, and, they were able to get the victory 16-13.
Well, Nick, before the game on the pregame show, you said you thought Montez Sweat would make an impact. Seems like he did tonight.
Yeah, and I asked Flus, second game with Montez Sweat, what do you think of the impact that he did have? And he said he was just freeing some guys up, draws attention, and his impact, you guys, he thinks, in his eyes, is only going to become greater as he's still kind of learning how to, one, rush with his new teammates, but he liked what he saw from game 2 of Montez Sweat.
Yeah, I'd love to look, obviously the guy deserves some time off this weekend like all the rest of the players are going to get, but it would be I wouldn't hate hearing that next week, a storyline is, well, Montez Sweat actually spent the whole weekend working with the coaches and trying to learn the defense and get up to speed with everything. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm sure this time off will help him get totally in the system. But I think it's somewhat positive returns there. What did DJ Moore have to say about, facing his old team, the game he had tonight, and just that whole storyline?
Yeah, he was asked if there was any emotions with facing his old team, and DJ kind of looked at us and he's like, there really wasn't any emotions. And he kind of smiled after he said that. He said emotions weren't too high, but he said it was pretty chill. So he was surprised, you guys, though, about the first play of the game. It goes to DJ Moore. He wasn't expecting that at all. Like, the play wasn't, I guess, intended to go to DJ, but he just did. He's like, all right, we're going to start this party early. So the first play, positive one for the Bears on offense, and I guess it wasn't supposed to happen that way, but, obviously that's how it went for that first play of the game.
Hey, Nick, Jake Flanagan with the facts here. Out of the 18 head coaches in Bears franchise history, Matt Eberflus is now 6-22. His .222 winning percentage is good enough for 18th out of 18 in franchise history. Did you bring that up to Matt Eberflus that he is 18 out of 18? And if you did he smile when you brought it up to him?
Had I known that stat prior to going to the press conference. Yeah, true. No, he was not asked about that, but the way that the Flus was smiling throughout the press conference, he probably would have smiled at that too, Mark. So unfortunately, did not get to ask him that.
Real question. Was Tyson Bagent smiling? I heard that he gave compliments to everybody, getting himself up to be able to win a couple games while he's been filling in for Justin Fields.
Yeah, and, he was really complimentary of his teammates, and obviously he's really appreciative of just the opportunities getting. He was asked, if this is your last opportunity, Justin Fields comes back, just what do you make out of this? And, again, he just highlighted, this has been great experience. He knows that the team has been behind him this entire way, but he's just really appreciative of it. And, Darnell Mooney also was someone that he was appreciative. He sees a lot of himself in Darnell Mooney, just his work ethic. That final play of the game goes to Darnell Mooney. And actually, Tyson was saying that play was actually ran earlier to Trent Taylor, the one that got called for the offensive pass interference. So they went back to that, but instead went with Darnell Mooney as the receiver on that play, and were able to obviously make it work. And, Tyson was also saying, like, on that play, like, if it's not there, you can also take a sack, and that's all right. But, it was something that they ran earlier. Obviously, they got called for offensive pass interference on that, so they went back to it in the last play of the game. Ended up working. They moved the chains and can knee the ball out. Of course, they have the false start or whatever the procedure was at the end there, but they got the job done.
Okay. Nick, anything else from the locker room we should know about?
Just real quickly, I asked Tyson Bagent, and I saw you talking about this too, Adam, on Twitter, the 2nd and 20 deep shot that Bagent didn't take to Tyler Scott.
Yes.
I asked him about that. Like, it's a 2nd and 20 play. You end up throwing it, I think, an incomplete pass to Roschon Johnson. And he said that Tyler Scott was an alert for a low DB backside, but the DB wasn't low. He ended up actually running with him. But he did say that Tyler did eventually get open downfield. He said, had he known that and that Tyler was going to beat him, yeah, he's got to throw the touchdown to Tyler Scott. But it's not how he saw it. So went for, I think it ended up actually being an incomplete pass to Roschon Johnson on that play. But, Matt Eberflus also said, yeah, I saw a big play down there. I have to talk to Tyson about that. So I think we're all seeing the same thing when we watched it live and probably watched the replay, that there was an opportunity missed there. And I think the Bears, maybe they got a field goal on that drive, if I'm not mistaken, but they just they missed on a big opportunity downfield there.
Anybody ask about the false start on the kneel down to end the game?
I don't believe so, Mark. I don't believe anybody asked about it. But that's such a Bears way to end a game, right? They barely squeak out the victory, 16-13, but you got to just have the false start right at the end there to be a nice third victory for the season.
That was the best way that game could end. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Nick, great job. We appreciate you.
Nick, have you heard about Carm's buddy AJ? Do you know about Carm's buddy AJ?
No. What's going on here?
Oh, well, you should probably watch this then, I guess.
You can watch that right now?
Yeah, he can watch that.
Yeah.
This thing's all over the internet, Carm.
One of our finest moments.
Yeah, so Nick, that's AJ, and he's wearing a Secret Bagent Man T-shirt.
And I'm dying. And I am regretting any decisions in that moment.
There you go. I just thought you'd want to see that, Nick, because that was that happened.
Greg, you okay?
Again, for the podcast listeners, just imagine
Just go to Twitter.
A grown man bouncing on Carm's right thigh.
Nick, he was on here for a good 2 minutes. It was awesome.
You're going to be sore tomorrow.
I'm already sore.
You're going to be more sore than Cole Kmet tomorrow.
My neck's killing me. Everything's killing me. No problem. Now I got to write
your grades.
It's all right. It was well worth it for me and AJ to hang out. I hope he comes back to the next live watch party.
Nick, we'll be reading you at allchgo.com. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nick.
I'll watch that video 1,000 times before I die.
We all silly like the mayor.